Blue 22.
You are watching Sports and Sorts live on YouTube. That's 75% sports, 25% sorts. And here are your hosts, Shane and the Bri Man.
Wow.
Just woke up.
Where'd he go?
I will tell you that the most shocking thing to come out of that is that I cannot believe my voice is here today. Because I thought for sure when I woke up, I was not going to have a voice. And then I was going to be like, oh, great, I've got like coronavirus or something, you know. And
you're still on the screen, still screaming and yelling like a maniac. But people can hear you too, so that's good.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, so Caitlin came down. So that was, I was talking to her there because she came downstairs. She's like, are you all right? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. It was so great. It was so great.
Oh my God,
It felt like 2 years of wanting one guy, being obsessed over one guy, desiring one man for the last 2 years. 2 years. And the Miami Dolphins finally did something right. Finally got something right. Finally did what their fan base wanted them to do for once. They finally got it right. For once, they got it right. And I'm still in shock and awe. I really am. I still kind of can't believe it. I'm just.
So if you haven't noticed, this is what we're doing here today. We are here to get his reaction. That was his real reaction.
Well, that was
one of his buddies recorded that, and then I got
it
sent to
I
me
didn't
last
even
night.
know.
He sent it to me last night, and that was pretty incredible. I actually sent it to a couple of my other friends, say, yeah, this is my buddy's reaction to him finally getting the guy he wanted. Now, I know you're excited.
Guy that we have wanted for so long. Number 13 from Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa. Alabama. I mean, this is the guy. And this helmet, which is currently blank, will have his autograph on it in due time.
But I dig it.
And then I'll have a Dolphins one right next.
I will say this, and I probably mentioned this before about this guy.
Yes.
And you're very fully aware of injury concerns.
Of course.
And I am a big guy about trends. And I particularly like trends about people who get often injured.
Yep.
I'm happy for you that you got the guy you wanted.
Yep. Finally.
I just have to say, is it the guy you should have wanted?
Well, I mean, who would you have? I mean, listen, Burrow was not an option.
No. Well, I mean, that's not true. They could have given away 3 first-round picks and probably gotten that pick.
Don't think so. I think they tried. I just think the Bengals were not going to budge. I think they would have had to have been blown away in a way that you couldn't even imagine. I mean, I think the Bengals would have asked from the Dolphins their first 3-round picks this year and their first 2-round picks next year. And I would not have done that. I mean, I like Joe Burrow, but all things being equal, I love Tua more, but they're not equal because of the injury history.
Mm-hmm.
If you're alluding to Justin Herbert, no. I've never wanted Justin Herbert. I wouldn't touch Justin Herbert with a 10-foot pole. I'm sorry, but I look at Justin Herbert, and as far as I'm concerned, the Chargers got a consolation prize. Because I look at him, and I see in so many ways, I see Ryan Tannehill 2.0. There are a lot of accuracy issues. He's not consistent at all. And although he is a mobile quarterback, he's a little bit stiff. He's not Lamar Jackson, okay? He's not even Josh Allen, actually. I wouldn't even put him in the Josh Allen category.
No, so
of
Josh Allen's
rushing.
a stiff runner. He's a stiff guy.
I think Josh Allen's a better runner than
He
Justin
might be a
Herbert.
better runner, but he's still stiff.
And I think Josh Allen's
which
a better
is why he gets hurt.
And I think Josh Allen is a better version of Justin Herbert. So why would I want a lesser version
Really?
of Yes.
I wouldn't even compare them to.
I think there's a lot of comparisons there. I think there are comparisons to Tannehill too. But the thing that bothers me the most about Justin Herbert is the accuracy issues, because that's the similarity. That's the big similarity to Tannehill, is the inconsistency with accuracy. Mm-hmm. Whereas Tua Tagovailoa has never had. He is consistently accurate. And if he has an errant pass, that's the exception, not the rule. And I've said this, I've said it all along. My brother and I have said it to each other many times. The greater risk, in my opinion, would have been not to take Tua. And to swing, I would rather swing for the fences for greatness as opposed to swing for mediocrity. If you want a baseball analogy, I'd rather go up to the plate and swing for a home run, not a double.
Okay.
I want the guy.
Right.
I want the guy because I can tell you right now, if somebody had recorded, well, if that was recorded, and I had no idea, but if it had been Justin Herbert, the reaction would have been drastically in the opposite direction. It really would have been. So I can't say enough how happy I am this morning. And I'll briefly talk about the other picks, but it almost didn't matter what they did with 18.
I think it was
26.
The offensive tackle was very needed, especially with Tua.
Sure. And he's 20 years old. He's a little bit raw, but at 20 years old, the youngest guy in this draft, there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room for him to grow, to grow into his body, into his game, and into his frame. So I'm happy with that. I mean, if you're going to get an offensive tackle who maybe is a little bit of a project, it's good that he's a couple of years younger than your average draft pick. Give him even more time, and then he could really become. Now the likelihood is that he is going to be their right tackle, which is to his blind side. And, that makes the left tackle position, although important, because those anchor your lines. I think that the Dolphins could today or over the weekend could very easily get themselves a left tackle. And as of right now, they still need to grab another offensive lineman.
Wait, did they make their third pick yesterday?
So what happened was
I didn't see. So I watched. So for you, I waited for the Dolphins pick and to see if they got him. And I wanted to congratulate you. The Bills didn't have a first round pick; they had a second round pick because of Diggs. I watched the second round pick for them as well, but then I stopped.
So they traded down with the Packers, and I know why. They got sniped yesterday by the Saints. The Saints with the 25th, bless you. The Saints with the 25th pick.
You can hear me? You can hear me sneeze? Or did you see me sneeze?
I saw you sneeze.
Oh, okay.
The Saints with the 25th pick took a center, Cesar Ruiz, who the Dolphins wanted. And that's what the Dolphins traded back. Because they're like, shit, they just took our guy. So then they moved back 4 spots, got pick number 30 from the Packers, and they also picked up a 4th round pick. So with that pick, they took a cornerback. This was the curious pick to me, although I do think I understand it a little more now. But they took a cornerback. They took another SEC guy. I love SEC guys. Noah Igbenogany, I believe is how you pronounce his name. So if you could sneeze again, you'd probably pronounce his last name. Noah Igbenogany. And he is a corner.
Had Igbenogany fall out of my nose when I did that.
Yeah. Noah Igbenogany from Auburn was the number 30 pick there. Now, if you're just a casual fan of the NFL, or sorry, no, I shouldn't say that. If you're just an NFL fan and maybe mildly keep track of the Dolphins, you probably are thinking to yourself, wait a minute, why did they grab a cornerback when they already had a great Pro Bowl boundary corner in Xavier Howard, and then they just went and grabbed another great boundary corner in free agency in Byron Jones? Like, they're set at corner. So why would you do this? There's a couple of reasons. One, Noah Igbenogany, and I'm going to keep saying his name because I'm proud of myself that I can pronounce it. They grabbed, first of all, he's a slot corner. So he's not a boundary guy. But what I think they're going to do, if I had to guess, based on some tweets I saw yesterday and this morning, I think they will move Bobby McCain, who was also a slot corner, out to free safety, and then Igbenogany will become the slot guy. And look, if you know anything about Brian Flores and the Patriots way, they love loading up on defensive backs. They like young, versatile corners and DBs to fill their secondary because they wanted to be a no-fly zone.
Well, and that's so. Yeah, I play Madden, so like this is something that I do as a general manager in the game, and I think that this is and it's not like it's groundbreaking because what is this league? It's a throwers league, right?
Well, it's a passing league, but it's a defensive.
So if you are a passing league, what do you need? You need pass rushers and corners that can cover.
And even guys in your deep secondary safety who can,
people that can.
If the defense, when the offense tries to take the top off the defense, you need a center fielder.
You need something to protect against the aerial attack, and that's where we're at. So that's what I do. And in Madden is I really stock up on corners and safeties, and I usually get one linebacker that can, cover the middle area. And then I have edge rushers. That's what I do on defense. And
now speaking of edge rushers, I think my preference would have been for them at that spot in 18 to take Kalavon Chasen from LSU, who ended up going 2 picks later, actually. Because he would have really put a nice flourish on the Dolphins' defensive moves in the offseason. I'm not saying that Igbenogany is not a good player and that he won't be, but I would have really liked, or Austin Jackson was the pick there at 18, but I would have really loved Kason there because he would have set the edge, and he reminds me a lot of ways. And a guy whose autograph I have right over there by the name of Jason Taylor, who was one of my favorite Dolphins of all time, probably my second favorite of all time behind Danny.
Handsome
man. And yes, beautiful man. My God.
No, he's not even handsome. He's beautiful. Yeah.
He's like a fucking male calendar model.
Yeah.
But so I would have liked that because I see a lot of Jason Taylor in him, but it was not to be. They went with the offensive tackle, which was absolutely an area of need. And then I'm assuming once they couldn't get Ruiz, that they were just like, all right, well, we can trade out of this pick because the guy we want besides this, we think we can probably get 4 slots lower, and now we can pick up another 4th round pick. Which, by the way, the Dolphins have 12 picks remaining this weekend. They're not using all those picks. They're going to be trading back up. What the fuck are they going to do with 12 picks? 12 picks would be a lot, not including a first round. We already took 3. You have 12 more. They are not using all those. First of all, they don't even have the roster space. So they need to package some of those picks to move up. What I would love to see them do is package like maybe a 3rd and a 4th to get into the back end of the second, and then have 3 second-round picks too. And I think you really take care of everything. I mean, you really address all your needs. So what I would like to see the Dolphins do today, ideally with the 39th pick, I'd like to see them get a running back. There was only one taken yesterday in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who went to the Chiefs. Chiefs, the rich got richer. I mean, he's awesome. He's a perfect fit for what they want to do. Just another weapon for Andy Reid. So Chiefs have got to be the odds-on favorites to win again. They have to be. I mean, I don't. It's not even close. Especially with the Patriots not being, being basically a shell of themselves right now. I mean, look, I think the Titans are decent. I think the Texans are decent, but nobody's beating the Chiefs in the AFC. They're going to steamroll right back to the Super Bowl. But listen, so I'd like to see the Dolphins take either. I mean, I love DeAndre Swift. He is my favorite running back of the group, including Edward Solaire, who was drafted last night. So if they can get him, that'd be awesome. But I'd be happy with J.K. Dobbins or Jonathan Taylor or Cam Akers from Florida State, who I happen to love. So,
Cool.
No
doubt.
By the way, I would actually, speaking of FSU, the reason I'm actually wearing this today is a quick shout out to my niece, who was accepted and has committed to Florida State.
Nice.
So super
Very
proud of her.
nice.
Very proud of her.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So
To the Bri Man's
yeah.
niece.
Yeah. So she'll be going there in the fall. Well, it could be virtual, but eventually she'll be
She'll
down
get
in
there.
Tallahassee. Yeah. So anyways, so I would, there are still a handful of running backs I'd be very happy with them taking. And then I think let's not assume that they're going to trade back into that second round. Let's just say they're going to have 39 and 56. With 56, there's a number of ways they could go. I'd be happy with another offensive lineman. I'd be even if they still, because they like my brother and I love Antoine Winfield Jr. So even if they wanted to take a safety, I'd still be okay with it. Although I would scratch my head a little bit more about the Igbenogany pick, but I'd be all right with it. If they want to take a fat guy and put him on the defensive line, they still need another guy next to Wilkins, so I'd be all right with that too. And then the other option,
You guys got a lot of picks next year too, right?
two first, 2 seconds.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
this is really year
Well, it's a
3
3-year
is when,
this
3 year
three-
when you're gonna look to really
Yes.
make an impact.
Playoffs, yes. That's when you're looking to make the playoffs and then go from there. And then the other position, I'd be all right with the defensive end. They need an edge setter. That's why I would have liked K'Lavon Chason in that spot. But you know what? It wasn't meant to be. So if they can get an edge setter, I'm all right with that too. So
Cool.
one of those positions, I really think, unless they're going to wait till pick 70, which will also happen tonight, that would be their early third round pick. They could get a running back there too, but then you're thinning out the herd a little bit. So, but I will give yesterday. Look, I got to give him an A minus. I mean, Tua alone demanded an A, and then
The offensive tackle.
the offensive tackle was needed. They got
A.
I believe they got the best one of the second tier, because there were 4 top guys, right? You had Wirfs, you had Wills, you had Andrew Thomas, who went to the Giants, and you had Mekhi Becton. Those were your top 4 offensive tackles. Jackson represented the top of the second tier. So they took the top of the second tier guy. Fine.
I think it was an A.
Not a problem. A Pac-10 guy.
I like that guy.
guys who play at big programs. I like guys who, I mean, again, the youngest guy in the draft, which I'm happy about. You're not going to get any complaints out of me on that one. And then Igbenogany, look, I think I understand what they're trying to do. At the time, I was really scratching my head last night. I was like, what the fuck? But I think I get it a little more now. So,
Cool.
all in all, great night. A minus. I'm so excited for tonight. So excited.
So the Bri Man gets Tua.
Yes. It's 2 years in the making.
Tua. Every time his name's mentioned, I should do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then we are going to get into this right now, which is...
Where do you think you're going? I'm gonna sort it out.
So I am going to sort it out because I needed to ask this real quick. The Bri Man gave his reaction. We had his reaction. We put his reaction on. I will put his reaction back on when we go away in about 3 seconds. But I needed to put this on the screen because I posted this on Instagram because it popped up in my newsfeed, and I can't believe this is real.
And don't think I don't have a quick Funko Friday for you today, too.
It is real too. News for me that was on Twitter. Lysol and Dettol, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. I'm assuming it's another kind of disinfectant thing. Manufacturer tells customers not to inject disinfectants as a possible treatment for COVID-19.
Inject it as in inject it into your body? Like through a
Yeah.
needle?
Uh-huh.
Like intravenously?
Yes.
Why would anyone do that?
That's what I'm saying. Are people
That's
really this
like-
dumb that this needs to happen?
That's like Tide Pod stupidity.
Like, no, this is worse than that.
I mean, it's both. Either way,
At least if you're
poisoning
Tide Podding it, you're just putting it in your mouth, and yeah, you're gonna screw up your mouth, and you're gonna screw up your digestive tract. You'll probably vomit. You might, but like, this is gonna kill you.
Yeah, that will kill you. Yeah. I mean, look. It's
I
one
heard
thing-
somebody told me, and I haven't even fact checked this yet. Somebody told me that Trump actually said you need to try and develop something with chlorine, like with Clorox bleach, to put it into your body to kill this thing. And I was like, that it can't be true. I'm not going to look into it. I can't look into it. That's going to hurt my brain way too much.
Don't.
What?
November can't come soon enough.
November.
election?
Next year, the vaccine needs to get here, please. Gilead Sciences, they've faltered and they're taking a little bit of step back, but there's dozens upon hundreds of companies trying to work on this vaccine. So I'm still hopeful, but as of right now, this is crazy. I can't. No.
Okay, look, it's one thing to breathe in Lysol, because listen, that happens anyway.
That happens, and
as
that's
soon as
not
you
good
spray
for
it,
you.
it's not good,
No.
but that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But especially when you're spraying it all over the place, you're gonna get some of those particles. That's not gonna kill you. The injection into your bloodstream, that's going to kill you. It's not. That's not what you want. Fuck. My God.
That hurts my brain so much.
Yeah.
So I did a poll. I put a poll on Instagram to see how if this really needs to be out there. Really, like, do you really need to be told to not inject it into you? Really?
Maybe in today's world we do need to be
Really?
told directly.
So if you have me on Insta, happy McAvoy,
Not the logical.
go on there and
Does,
click
but-
click the yes or no if you really think people are that dumb. I don't know. But Damien's very happy about you on your with your pick. Very happy that you got it. He wants that video to go viral. I said you and me both. And then he said this. The spin on this is that he was referring to an ozone treatment. That's out there. It's pseudoscience. So it's not much better than literally injecting Lysol into your body. Still dumb as hell. Okay. Well, on that note of
real quick,
stupidity.
my Funko Friday, though, I feel like this is very appropriate today. The great Dan Marino.
Oh, wait.
The greatest pure passer
He
of all time.
really, he's not going to get the air horn because that I feel like is just, it's still promising, just not necessarily great, but he's going to get
But it seems appropriate
the applause.
on this day because the last time the Dolphins had a franchise quarterback was this man right here. And now we have one again. Tua, no matter what.
Remember the America where misspelling potato
I
was
actually-
enough to end a political career? I miss that America.
I miss that America, too. That was great America. That was America the Great, for sure. I want to...
Potato, tomato.
Yeah.
Man, life.
Fins up, baby. We're going
Thank you
from
for watching.
13 to another.
We are out.
To another.
We are out. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon. Who knows? Something crazy might happen tomorrow.
The hashtag
And the
is
Bri Man
changed.
might be like after tonight's second round draft. Is that what they're doing tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
second
that-
and third tonight.
second, So they're gonna do that tonight. After tonight, something crazy might happen. He might be livid. He might be happy. Who knows?
No, I don't think I'll be livid. I don't think. I mean, they would have to do some really dumb shit for me to get livid. I'm just too happy. I'm just too happy right now. And I just want to say the hashtag has got changed from Tua no matter what to Tua all along. It was Tua all along. It was hashtag Tua all along. Got our man. We got him.
All right.
Athletic Globe. Part of the journey is the end. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Be healthy. Do not inject Lysol into your bloodstream.
Please don't do that.
Will kill you.
It will kill you.
I promise.
It's science.
It's science.
And on that note, we are out. And here is the Bri Man's reaction one more time.
With the fifth pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select
Put a little slow jam behind that.
I think breakfast woke up.
Is that Tim
Where'd
and
he
Timmy?
go?
Is that Callahan's?
Yeah, both of
In
them.
the, in
Yeah.
the corner over there? I couldn't see.
Might be
Yeah, I know that. Nice.
That reaction was as real as
I
it
recorded
gets.
this.
Good stuff. All right. Peace out. You want to say your journey to the end? I don't even know if you said that.
I did already. I snuck it in. Yeah.
Paying attention.
Slipped it right in there at the end. Title of your sex tape, that's for sure.
9-9.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
You too. You have a great weekend.
Be kind to each other.
I hope your draft goes well. I hope we get a wide receiver tonight. I might watch that. I might wait and watch to see if they grab one of the wide receivers that I was looking for. So we'll see. Oh, Bri Man.
finally did something
Elated.
right.
All right, man. Peace.